A lawsuit was filed against one of the contestants on this season of Love is Blind. This is season 10, I think. It's out of Ohio. The guy's name is Stephen Sunday, and after he was announced as part of the cast on social media, a woman came out and publicly accused him of assault. He's now suing her on 16 counts of defamation, and we went over the whole lawsuit document last night. I'll put a link to that stream in the comments if anybody wants to see it. But I didn't want to spoil the show for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, so I didn't want to show any clips or anything like that, so I'm going to do that separately here. As far as I can tell, this first episode is like the only one where he made any sort of substantial appearance. Now, that can change later on because, you know, they have those episodes where all the cast from the pods and all that get back together for like some sort of social thing. Sometimes I hear myself talk like other people must hear it. And it's like, social gathering, robot friends. Anyways, I can't show the whole thing for copyright reasons, obviously, but I'm going to show you enough to get a picture of this guy and what he was like on the show. In my opinion, very creepy. And what actually happened here on the show has nothing to do with the lawsuit whatsoever. I just think it's kind of an interesting look into who this guy is. The way he talks to Emma, who is the woman that he was most interested in the show. But filming had already completed before these accusations came out and all that. Because by the time they announced the cast on social media, they've already filmed all these episodes, to my knowledge. And Netflix has made some truly terrible casting decisions with this show at least once every season, I feel like. Some of that was obvious and preventable. Some of it was not predictable. But we'll get into that later. Like I said, for copyright reasons, I can only show so much. And I'm not going to show every scene they had together, just a couple.
I want you to be able to like get vulnerable and open up. And like, I'm not asking you to cry.
You want to see Sad Boy Steve? You want to see the sensitive Sensei?
Okay, I'm leaving. That was such an ick.
I have a playlist on my phone called Sensitive Sensei.
No, please don't.
It's all sad boy songs.
Steven, I can't with you. I like aching. I hate that word.
So I actually watched that part earlier because I did a short on it, and it doesn't get any better the second or third time you watch it. Let me tell you. But that wasn't creepy per se. That was just cringy, right? And we're all a little cringy sometimes. So based on that part, I wasn't really judging him too much. Because I don't think things got really bad until this next part I'm going to show you.
You're like, we're not getting deep.
Let's go there.
Are we ready to go there?
I'll start here.
So Emma starts telling Steven about how she's adopted.
I'm a little mentalist, by the way, if you can't tell.
I don't like that you try to guess.
You don't like that I guess things?
I like that you guess things. I don't like that you try to guess things about my appearance.
It's not about your appearance.
Is it not? No, I
just feel like I'm trying to get to know you fully.
I've kind of been taking this process
like a shy girl, like hiding.
So he will kind of like cut her off at times when she's kind of trying to steer the conversation in one direction, and then he just kind of takes it in another direction based on what he's assuming she's going to say. It's kind of odd and annoying, not necessarily nefarious, but annoying nonetheless. But that's not really the creepy part. So in this part, which I can't show everything, like I said, for copyright reasons, so I'm just gonna have to describe it to you. She was born with a birthmark that covered her whole arm. It had a high chance of melanoma, so she had to have, I think before the age of 7, she said, at least 10 surgeries. She said the biggest one was on her arm, but she has birthmarks all over her body, and she has to get them checked every year. And she says it's kind of impacted the way people see her when she's dating. And it was something that she struggled with growing up, like when they're going to the pool or something. So she's trying to open up a little bit about this issue she struggled with throughout her life. And he decides to make it really weird. Like, he gets really creepy.
Are you getting sad over there?
Yeah.
I feel like you don't want to be asked questions about it right now. I can get you out of this funk, girl. You want me to get you out of this funk? I'll tell you like how far I'm willing to go to share details about my life. Let me tell you about my first kiss.
Thank you for opening up to me about this very deeply personal topic to you. But you sound like a sad sack. So let me tell you about my first kiss. Like, what is that? Well, this isn't fun for me anymore. So, you know, we're not on you anymore. Like, I hear you, Emma, but let me tell you about this time I took my girl Fallon to the AMC theaters and we macked on each other. Like, what are you doing?
We went to AMC, then we went to Barnes & Noble right next door, and we were listening to music, like sharing like headphones. Both had braces, super probably ugly to see. But then, yeah, we just turned to each other.
It's not even a good story, and it's so random to put it there. And like, my initial thought was, surely this is edited in a way that makes it appear like he was talking about things when he was not. But no, that appears to be the actual flow of the conversation. He just thought it was appropriate to dive into this. And don't get me wrong, like talking about firsts and exes and whatever, that's obviously part of a relationship. But this was just a very weird way to do it. And then the whole story is like, I took this chick Fallon to the AMC theaters, then we went to Barnes & Nobles, and she totally planted one on me. Like, what the fuck?
But then, yeah, we just turned to each other and she's like, I like you. And like, we kissed each other.
Cute.
It was very cute. Tell me like about your first kiss.
Not memorable. I was in high school.
Oh, wow.
It was not memorable at all.
A high school with a boy night.
Yeah, like it was just like,
So deep. Are you comfortable telling me about like how you lost your virginity?
yeah, I lost in college.
Ooh.
Like, this is just not the vibe right now, man.
I don't like this. I don't like the comment of late bloomer. I think everyone is on their own journey.
Mine's like beautiful. It's sort of like Notebook-esque. I dated this girl for like a year, loved her. I just remember we were watching like a love movie. Like a bunch of light was coming in. We were like laying on this floor and I just remember she's like, hey.
So he goes on to paint this flowery picture of his own experience. I guess she's kind of like, I don't really like this conversation right now. And especially not after she like kind of opened up emotionally and he just bulldozed right over that. But he starts going on about his flowery special experience, and the way he describes it is just kind of like, hey, this seems a little, I don't know about that.
Like, I just want to say like, I love you and I really appreciate you like just like waiting for me and like not pressuring me.
Yeah, yeah.
And she like gave me a kiss and she's like, I think I'm ready to have sex.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna question that version of events. Is it impossible that it happened that way? No, but it just seems kind of, I don't know, this is kind of random. Like, this whole conversation is very strange. It's not like necessarily the content of the conversation, it's the way that he went about it.
And then we had sex and it was beautiful. It was like the Notebook. I literally feel like I had the Notebook like virginity scene.
Yeah, and then everyone clapped.
And yeah, the morning after we had sex everywhere.
Why? Why would you say that? Why would you say that right now? Read the room. I mean, he's the only person in the room and he still can't read it.
But
I actually have never seen The Notebook.
come on.
No, I actually haven't.
You never saw like the abandoned house scene on the floor?
And then he goes on to gasp because she's never seen The Notebook and he thinks The Notebook is like the greatest thing on earth. And then he starts describing in detail. Let me quote him. The creaky wood floor where they lay her down and Rachel McAdams can't deny him. Like, what is happening here? What am I listening to?
You didn't.
Come on. You got to add the Notebook. I can't believe you never added it before. Like, no girls have talked about it in high school. I feel like every girlfriend I ever had watched the Notebook with me.
Yeah, never.
Just to set
never
the
seen The Notebook.
expectation. Just to be like, this is what I demand.
I marched the beat over my own drum, Steven. I don't need people to tell me what to do.
Here's telling you what to do.
Anyways, homeboy starts to finally get a clue and he's like, hey, you seem kind of closed off. What's going on here? Like, he should have picked up on that a long time ago, but, you know, she opens up to him. He's like, you sound sad. Let me talk about me and my sex life for a minute. And then he's like, why don't you sound as excited as I do to talk about me banging my girlfriend all over the place?
I feel like you were like, go deep. And I'm like, okay. And I've gone deep. First kiss, even like virginity stories. Like when I like asked you, it's like a guy in high school.
First kiss and virginity stories, that's not going that deep, bro. Like, what? I went to the movies and I kissed a girl named Fallon. That's not some profound emotional connection you're making there, buddy. And she goes on to say, like, yeah, I don't think my first kiss was that special, which for some people, it's just not. I know that people try to tell you when you're younger that it's supposed to be super magical or whatever, but sometimes it's just not, dude. Not all the things that the adults try to convince you are supposed to are going to be magical end up actually being all that special. Like, that's just not how it happens for a lot of people. And this is where it gets so bad because she starts to get obviously emotional and is kind of opening up again about her feelings about these things in her life. And well, I'll just let you see for yourself how he responds to that.
A kiss in college with a random guy.
Yeah, but I don't think my first kiss was special. And that's my story. No one wanted me in high school. No one wanted me up until college. Those boys didn't care about me, and I don't think they were worth painting a picture of.
Okay. Sorry, I'm listening. I'm just.
I
this
feel
is
like
a conversation for another one.
So this asshole cracks open a White Claw. He's like, sorry, I'm listening to what you're saying. I just feel like this conversation calls for another White Claw. What a douchebag. This guy acts as if like every thought or feeling that he's had deserves a press conference. And then when he has to sit there and listen to her talk about something important to her for like 5 seconds, he's like, shit, I need another White Claw, bro. Steven is not the main character in this story. He is a pop-up ad. And thankfully she dumps him shortly after that.
being a late bloomer, like these are comments that like kind of rub me the wrong way. and like just the interrupting. I think it was.
Okay. I feel like I didn't interrupt, to be honest. It doesn't have to be put back on me like you did something wrong.
No,
it can be
okay,
like I'm just not
sorry
feeling
about
this.
that. But this is what I am feeling.
Yeah, you can't see how I'm reacting on the other side of the
No,
wall. I was
no.
very like, intent, and I was like
Yeah.
really taking it in. And I feel like now it's like I just feel like you're trying to paint it like I reacted wrong, where I'm like, I feel like I had a great response to all of this.
I just don't think
You're gonna get there?
I'm going to get there.
I mean, what the hell was that? How you respond to someone when they have a conversation with you about how you made them feel, it tells you a lot. And if you respond to that person like, well, you're being stupid, I think the way that I behaved was great. Like that's probably not fantastic. Like if you disagree what they're saying, there's a way to approach that with sensitivity and also to acknowledge that, okay, but this is how it made this person feel. And if I would like to continue to pursue a relationship with them, I might need to change something in my approach. You don't have to take it as like a slight to your honor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That was just crazy. Like I said, they've made some interesting casting choices over the years, and that's something I'll talk about later on because I'm going to keep this one as like a little bit shorter. But I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think of all of that. And then again, like I said, I'll put a link to the stream where we read over the lawsuit documents from the woman who's accusing him of assault, and he's now accusing her of defamation. We did that last night, so I'll put that in the comments down below. So that's all I got for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.